Hi everybody, welcome to the South Australian Sports Show. I hope you can stay with us for the next hour. Rob Popplestone here with me. Plenty to talk about, Pop.
Well, it does, and it starts tonight with a great weekend of AFL football. Geelong taking on the Crows, bang, 1v2. I tell you what, the Crows win tonight.
The critics go away?
Well, I'm not sure if they do, but they go. Yeah, they'll be just behind the fence, ready to peek over again. But you know what? This has got all the elements of a classic game. The fact that the Geelong side have beaten them, how many? The last 5 times. They'd probably go ahead slight favourites, although the betting doesn't look like that. Crows are, fairly short favourites.
Tough at home.
They are tough at home, but then again, Geelong have beaten them at home pretty consistently.
Well, they beat them this year pretty comfortably, but that was down at Geelong.
Yes,
so things are different here at Adelaide.
Yes.
It will be electric down there.
Can't wait.
2 weeks' time, Power play the Crows. It will be an absolute belter of a game, and there's a fair few ramifications for both teams that can come out of that.
Well, you're right, and you know what? Probably for Port, that's one of their harder ones in the run through to the finals. But for the Crows, they wouldn't want to drop Geelong and meet Port Adelaide in 2 weeks' time. I mean, there's the pressure. The pressure, isn't it amazing? They say a week's a long time in football, but I tell you what, the pressure builds so quickly because of the tightness in the competition.
It's the way you want to go into the final.
Sure.
That's how you're preparing.
Yeah, look, I agree. But you're right. I mean, the ramifications of that showdown match in 2 weeks' time, come finals time, it could look like anything.
Good luck getting a ticket for that in 2 weeks.
I know. It's amazing.
There'll be scalpers on that one. I bet you there'll be scalpers. When was the last time we saw scalpers not at a finals game in Adelaide?
Yeah, well, it's been
a while, wouldn't it? Be a while. So I reckon stay with us. Plenty coming up on the show. Show jumping, we're going to talk about that. Southern Footy League. James Fantasia, CEO of the Norwood Footy Club's coming in for a chat. Sam's here, of course, about the South Australian Footy Magazine. Bevan Jones in with his AFL tips. Now it's time to get over to Erin for that South Australian sports news. Erin?
Thanks, guys. And it really has been a huge week in sport. The Adelaide Crows came home victorious over the Melbourne Demons as they battled it out in Darwin last Saturday night. The 46-point win over the D's didn't come without consequence, with Rory Sloane suffering from concussion late in the third term, alongside Jake Lever with a hamstring injury. A strike by Demon Bernie Vince on Richard Douglas has resulted in a 2-game ban for the ex-Crow. Port Adelaide turned up the heat at Adelaide Oval on Saturday, defeating North Melbourne by 70 points. Chad Widgard played some of his best football all year, kicking 3 goals for the afternoon alongside Sam Gray, who kicked 4. State of Origin wrapped up in the decider last Wednesday that saw Queensland defeat the New South Wales Blues by 24 points to 6. It was the 11th win for the Maroons, who scored the game-sealing try in the 67th minute. Going overseas, Roger Federer has stunned the tennis and sporting world, winning his 8th Wimbledon title and 19th Grand Slam. He defeated former US Open champion Marin Cilic in the 3 sets, in which was a stunning performance of tennis. Staying overseas, Australia's women's cricket team, the Southern Stars, beat South Africa over the weekend by 59 runs. Jess Johansson was dismissed for 269 runs in what was the 6th win for the team. They now sit at 2nd spot, just behind England, who lead in run rate. Back home, Adelaide United have signed on SA's Nathan Konstantopoulos and Danish winger Johan Absolon on a 1-year contract. And that is it for sport. Make sure you rug up this weekend if you are heading to the sidelines across the state. Back to you guys on the desk.
Yes, thanks for that, Erin. Good tips to rug up too, because it is getting pretty cold. Time to talk to Sam now from the South Australian Footy Magazine. Sam, how are you?
I'm great.
Sam the man.
Sam, been a fair bit happening, mate. There was a good column one of your journos has written. Why would we coach?
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about coaches?
Yeah, good one from Ben Brady in Brady's Journal every week in the South Australian Footballer Magazine. Get to www.australiasports to download that, of course. But it's labelled coaching, it's a mugs game, and makes a great point about being an AFL coach. Why would you be one? All the constant scrutiny they're under. There's a new coach to be sacked every week. So good insights from Braids to why would you be a coach?
Well, why would you be a coach, Phil? Because you consult with a lot of the AFL coaches at the moment. They're under a lot of pressure. There is great rewards too, and great excitement to be part of a competition like the AFL.
You know what it is?
But there is a downside.
There's a massive downside. But what it is in the end is the challenge.
Yes.
The challenge to win the premiership.
Yep.
The challenge to get the players to play as well as they can. Mm-hmm. They're the big ones that drive the coaches. Most of them think it's about the money. It's not about the money. I mean, they deserve more that they're getting, and that's good that they get it, but it's the challenge that drives them, and then the expectation is the killer. Every club thinks that they're going to win.
Yeah.
Every club is playing to play in the grand final.
Yeah.
Be that Brisbane, right now, who are sitting on the bottom of the ladder,
Yeah.
be that Adelaide that are sitting on the top. They all want to win it, but they all can't.
No.
Trying to get people to understand that it takes time is pretty tough if you can survive.
Yeah, really good point Ben makes in the article that if premierships were the only, the only outcome, every coach would be on a one-year deal. And it'd get renewed at the end of the season, whether they win or lose. So it is a process. We've already seen Nathan Buckley rocket Eid this season. They're under pressure every week. But then you've got guys, Alistair Clarkson was getting his head called for earlier in the season.
Amazing.
They've had a bit of a resurrection
I
now.
can tell you this now, the first 5 weeks of the season, because I've talked about this a couple of sports functions, there were 10 of the 18 AFL coaches that had been sacked by the media in 5 weeks. 10 of them gone. So that's the brutality that they face every weekend.
Yeah, and Dimmer Hardwick as well, 6-0 at the start of the season, a couple of losses, everyone's calling for his head already. So it's a very, stressful game coaching. You'd know better than anyone.
They wanted Ross Lyon from Sydney. They wanted him gone, and now they're saying he's one of the greatest. You're right. It's just a brutal industry to sit in that seat.
Yeah, of course.
Can't escape it.
Great stuff from Ben Brady and Brady's Journal, so make sure you get a read of that.
Should get a read of that. Yep, that'll be a beauty. Division 1, what's happening?
Big moves in Division 1 since we last spoke.
T2 Gully were killing them last time we spoke. What's been happening?
They've lost 3 on the trot now. They lost one to Payneham in a bit of an upset. Then the first v second against Ross Trevor, they went down to that. And then probably as surprisingly, a loss to PAC.
Wow, all of a sudden.
Weekend. All of a sudden, and now the competition, you've got Ross Trevor sitting pretty on top. They look unstoppable at the moment, and that sort of 2nd to 6th is now a big cluster that could go anywhere.
All right, you want to get all your footy information. There's only one place to get it. Where is it, Sam?
South Australian Footballer Magazine, www.australiasports.com.au.
It is a beauty. It has everything you need to know about footy here in South Australia. We need to take a break. Stay with us.